Hey, what's up guys, it's Gemini here. So today I've got jet gameplay on the new flashpoint map of season 4. As you have noticed, I haven't really uploaded any video in the past couple of months, and the main reason is because I haven't been really playing Battlefield recently. I didn't play the season 3. I just didn't like the game. The state of the game was not fun, and it still is not fun. I think this new season is any exception. Now, this new season does have a few good changes. For example, the Least TV missile, it finally got nerfed after literally 4 seasons. And funny enough, they released the TV missile in season 1 and it was already extremely overpowered. And what they have done it, they actually buffed it a few patches ago, but then finally nerfing it again now. And I tested, and I think right now it's definitely in a much better state. It's a little bit more fair. Before, it used to be extremely too agile, very easy to use. He had pretty much no skill gap, and the range was extremely long. But yeah, I mean, I think now it's definitely in a much better state, even though I still think giving a TV missile to everybody, it's just a really bad design choices. But you know, at least they nerf it now, and that's good, I guess. Now, I was very surprised to see that they have done something about the jet physics. If some of you guys remember, you could pitch down and turn faster in dogfight, which that, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. So that even make out of a release, go figure. And yeah, it took literally 1 year for them to fix that. And another thing that they have done, they improved the F-35 handling. So right now the F-35 should be a little bit more on pair with the Su-57, which used to be much faster in dogfight. Even though I have tested both after the season, and they kind of feel the F-35 still a little bit slower when it comes to turning ratio. They have also increased the pitch up speed, so now you can strafe for much longer without crashing on the ground, which is very good. But are all these changes improving the jet overall? Is the jet good now? That's the question. And let me just tell you, no, the jet is not good. Like, all these changes maybe have improved the jet overall like 10%. It's so bad still. The jet have terrible physics, and it's just so unresponsive. It feels extremely laggy, especially when you try to move horizontally wise. For example, the yaw speed, it's very slow, and it feels like he has some sort of acceleration to it. So every movement that you do, it takes so much to between you pressing the button and the jet starting to yawing on the direction. For example, if you start shooting a neighbor and he's moving on the left side and you're tracking it, right? If he starts counter strafing on the other side, which is right, you have to press D, and it's gonna take 1 second of input lag. And on top of that, it's gonna take another extra seconds because it has to gain up speed and acceleration in order to reach the maximum yaw speed in order to be able to turn fast on the yaw. So if he's gonna counter strafe on the other side, it literally takes 2 seconds for you in able to counter strafe and track him. So this is extremely stupid. It's so bad. It feels very bad to play the jet, because every time you have to deal with this issue, you really can't aim properly on the jet. And it feels like whoever designed the jet physics, it didn't really had in mind to make the jet playable, but just more feel immersive, okay? Nobody developed this jet with the goal in mind to be able to aim with this physics. We just want to give you a little bit of fun and flying around and locking on with ground target lock on. It doesn't really have meant to be played with a cannon. And speaking about the cannon, both 25 and 30 millimeter cannon have an extremely low bullet velocity. To put it in perspective, the 25 millimeter cannon on the stealth jet in Battlefield 2042 is slower than Battlefield 4 attack jet cannon, which was meant to be for ground target such as tank and LRV, for example, let alone shoot air vehicle. You combine the extremely laggy input with the super hard and slow bullet velocity cannon, you have a perfect vehicle that's completely useless, and it feels very hard to use. Obviously you can use lock-on, but you know, you're gonna be just not extremely effective and just annoying overall, and the gameplay is not really rewarding and not enjoyable. Not to mention how many other features are still missing from the jet in Battlefield 2042. For example, we still not be able to use the rear cam and pitch up and down at the same time, which is essential if you want to have any sort of a dogfight. We still not have any option to disable the camera rolling, which is essentially chasing the horizontal view of the jet, and it keeps rolling, giving me motion sickness when it was literally default lock in place on the Battlefield 3 game. And I still don't understand why the Thor tank hasn't got any nerf whatsoever after a whole season. If somebody would have said me back in 2016 when I was playing Battlefield 4 that in the next Battlefield we would have had a tank that could literally one-shot an helicopter with a projectile that was hit scan across the map, I would just laugh at you. But yeah, believe it or not, 2023, that's real, and we have to fucking deal with it because DICE is extremely incompetent and has literally not clue what the fuck they're doing. Anyway guys, I'm gonna end it up here. Hope you enjoyed the little rant, but you know, it's frustrating. This game is very demotivating. I lost interest in Battlefield, which is very strange because it's my favorite franchise, but this game just ain't it. It's very bad and is not making enough progress to me to keep motivating and playing it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. I will definitely upload more video, but I will not promise to have the same frequency as earlier, as before, because again, I'm not playing the game as much as in the beginning, mainly because it's very bad and I'm not enjoying it that much playing it. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of the gameplay, which by the way isn't anything special, but again, I literally didn't play the game for 4 months, so I was a little bit rusty. Yeah, with that being said, I will leave you with the video, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Objectives under control. Sector secure. starts the engagement.